I apply my military background to Falco Canine. In a sense of my criteria is a little bit higher than your average company. It's not just a job to me. I know the ramifications if not done properly.
Yes.
We train so there's not any failed deployments out there on the street. So we're outside of our facility right now. We're located in South Boston. So up here we have our training floor. Here's where we hold one-on-one sessions as well as our day school training area. My name is Tyler Falconer. I'm 27 years old and I'm the current owner of Falco Canine.
Hup. Yes.
We offer anywhere from puppy training. We do in-home training, one-on-one sessions here. We also offer protection training, scent work, board and trains, as well as structured daycare, which we call the day school. I primarily work with Belgian Malinois as well as Dutch Shepherds. Oh. So this is Nala. Sits. Good girl. She's 4 years old. She's my personal dog, all right, as well as a protection dog. And right here we have Thanos. Thanos is one of our personal protection dogs that we had sold to a family in South Boston who was dealing with some break-in issues inside their apartment. So one of my rules is if you want to do protection work with me, you have to have good obedience, because in a sense, bite work or protection work or apprehension work, whatever you want to call it, stems from obedience. The military standards are a 2-minute stay from about a 50-foot distance. So with my clients, that's one of the criterias that I try to get them to meet. I like to practice nonverbal communication with her. Ever since she was a puppy, whenever I step off with my left foot, she heels. Nala. And she's automatically going. When I stop walking, she comes to that sit or the down. It doesn't really matter to me. When I step off with my right, it means that she stays. And then when I get her attention and I swing my arm just like that, she recalls. Good girl, mama. I've never met a dog that I've been unable to train, but I have met owners that I've been unable to train. And generally they tie into each other. I joined the Navy when I was 18 years old. I was selected to be a master at arms. In my A school, I was selected to go canine. The specific dogs that I handled were specialized in patrol, which would be like apprehension, dogs biting, as well as explosive detection. I apply my military background to Falco Canine. In a sense of my criteria is a little bit higher than your average company. I wear this bracelet every single day in memorandum of friends that I was with in canine school that were killed overseas. I go into it and my heart is into it. It's not just a job to me because I know the ramifications, if not done properly. With our dogs, the first thing that's important to us is that we teach proper bite or gripping behavior. So this isn't exactly easy for her. She's going to be really elevated right up there, and it's something that she's never done before. Pucking. Nice. Excellent. Good girl, mama. That's a good mama. So what I'm doing right here, Nala is pulsing, all right? So she has a full grip as it is, so she's just clamping down with her mouth. When Nala clamps down, Jake reacts, and that's the feedback that she's getting. Nice, good girl. So scenario-based training applies realistic situations that could happen. So for a protection dog, it would be a carjacking scenario, could be a mugging scenario. My personal favorite scenarios are when we can put stress on the handler as well as the dog. So we make the handler problem solve. So when we believe that we're actually that wounded rabbit or we're that man that's there to sort of fight the dog, we hormonally change and the dog's training gets better from it. I've used a fog machine, I'll use fire escapes, I'll use the roofs of cars.
Up.
I'll just throw anything at the dog that could be that handler's worst day, of his whole life. And I'll just take that, I'll try to emulate that the best that we can. So that way the dog has at least seen it in training and is less likely to have a deployment failure.
All right, so in this specific situation, we're using a real street, real red light, real atmosphere around here. So what we're gonna do is Jake's gonna pull up to the red light and I'm just going to mimic sort of like a carjacking scene. So I'm gonna try to reach for Jake, and hopefully Thanos takes my arm, nothing else, and we'll work it from there. No, God, no. So right here is where he punctured. I felt a ton of pressure from him on that bite. I would really, really hate to get bit by him for real. There's no question in my mind that he's breaking bones if he has a live bite. When I think about where everything started and where it is now, I'm just blown away beyond words. I can't help but think, but so many things had to go a specific way and so many things had to go right for me that I definitely don't take it for granted that I'm one of the luckiest men in the world. The fact that I get to do this every day and be really passionate about my job doesn't get any better than that.
Our dogs are trained as professional guardians, like a bodyguard, and they also understand when there's a threat. Achilles has courage of the biggest, baddest doggo. It's nothing that he won't try to do in order to defend me. So you ready? I'm ready. You nervous? Definitely nervous. Let's see what happens. Cut! Park him! Park him, boy! Park him! Get it, boy! Park him! Hello, my name is Julius Henry, and I'm the founder and owner of World Class K9 and World Class Dogo Argentino. World Class K9, we specialize in family-oriented protection dogs or personal protection dogs. What intrigued me about the Dogo Argentino, their heart. It's nothing that I can put in front of them that they won't go through to do their job once they understand what their job is. Our dogs are trained as professional guardians. Achilles, plots. Stay. Almost like a bodyguard. And they understand social situations, and they also understand when there's a threat. They can be as active as you want to be. At the same time, they can be as chill and relaxed as you want to be. All right, this is my boy Achilles, everybody's favorite dogo. He's about 95 solid pounds. He's one of my best when it comes to protection. He has the perfect temperament. He's very social. People can play with him. He loves children. He's good with other animals, puppies. All right, this is Trepio. He is another world-class stud that we use. He's about 5 years old now. He weighs in at about 105 pounds. Excellent pigmentation, black mouth all the way around. Excellent specimen of a Dogo Argentino. India is one of our favorites. The square body, super strong when it comes to protection. Our trained puppies typically go anywhere between 5 to 5,500. And then we have trained protection dogs at particular levels around 15,000 starting, and they can go all the way up to over 25. I've got offers up to 75 for Achilles. He's not for sale. He's, to me, the epitome of dogos when it comes to temperament. He's just not a dog that I would sell. He's awesome. He'll be with me for life. Omar typically helps us with conditioning our dogs. Today, he said he would like to take a bite from Achilles. So this will be his first time taking a bite and getting in the suit. Our dogs are taught to stop the man, whatever he has to do. So therefore, he doesn't know where he's gonna get bitten. Dogs are not there to play games. So you ready?
I'm ready.
You nervous?
Definitely.
Definitely nervous. Let's see what happens.
Hey, dame tu moneda.
Cut!
Dame tu moneda.
Park him! Park him, boy! Park him! Get it, boy! Park him! Park him, boy! Go park him! Come! Out! Push! Plots! Stay!
Un poco que no fuera tan fuerte. Sí esperaba algo fuerte, pero no así.
Okay. He was expecting something strong, but not that powerful.
Es un monstruo.
He is a monster.
Demasiado fuerte.
Very, very strong.
All we are doing here is basically putting heavy distractions in front of India to see what he will do. And then what Luis is going to do is to put pressure on him. So when he actually, takes that bite, he's going to fight him. The future of world-class canine to me every day is to get better. Right now is to put together a strong team, as strong as we possibly can, to continue on the business when I retire. So I'm looking to retiring, but not never getting away from it completely. I always want to be there to instruct, new trainers, new decoys, and continue to show them the world-class way of training dogs and producing quality Dogo Argentinos.
Bane is definitely the perfect family guardian.
Be nice.
You can sit there and be cuddling with them, and they hear something spooky, and it's on. They're going to get up, go to the window, figure it out for you. And then, of course, if they see it in person, they're absolutely going to try to handle that issue for you. Halt. You stay. Come. Hi, I'm Elijah. I'm with SoCal Pressa. I'm an entrepreneur by trade, and I also breed the Better than Pressa Canary.
You're making a mess, dude.
This is Bane. He's 3 years old.
Oh my God, you're done. You're done.
He's 165 pounds, 28 inches at the withers. Bane's extremely protective with the family, so we can leave this guy at home, outside or indoors, and this guy, all he wants to do is guard all day long. A wonderful family companion. He is the result of over 15 years of breeding that we specifically were looking for traits that were family friendly, but also extremely guardian. Something that is easily trainable when you put enough time into them. Oh. Sit. You stay. We couldn't really ask for a better dog at all. I literally couldn't think of anything more that I would want out of Bane. Nothing. Oh. Down. Let's go. Up, up. So here at SoCal Pressa, our dogs stand out because of the fact that they are all free-range Pressa Canaros. They never see a cage other than their whelping center. And then from there, they spend a ton of time with us training and understanding the values of life, understanding to not be scared of anything. Necca is 3 years old. They're actually a month apart. She's 25 inches at the withers and 117 pounds. She's also a black brindle. Necca is almost America's most favorite sweetheart. Except she's not. Pretty much only to the family. So what she decides to do is guard all the time. She's an equal opportunity hater. That's how her mother raised her. And she decides to go after anything possible because that's exactly the training that she was implemented. People's perception of Necca and Bane is kind of ridiculous. It's either going to be on one end of the spectrum or the other. They're going to be extremely scared of them, or they're going to look at them with absolute admiration, practically hearts popping out of their eyes. Your food's going to get messed up at the drive-thru because they're just going to be staring at your dog while they fill up your drink. From a well-trained Pressa Canaro, you can expect the best. Your best friend, the best companion you can have. They want to follow you absolutely everywhere. And then, of course, the protection value is just through the roof. I mean, you can sit there and be cuddling with them and they hear something spooky and it's on. I mean, they're going to get up, go to the window, figure it out for you. And then, of course, if they see it in person, they're absolutely going to try to handle that issue for you.
Be nice.
Bane and Necca have both had their obedience and protection training. They've both been trained with a bite suit and a sleeve.
Where you watch him at?
A few years ago, we sold 3 dogs to football star Odell Beckham Jr. He ended up getting 3 males from us, and they were absolutely gorgeous. They're his absolute best friends. He hangs out with them all the time and loves them to death. Bane is definitely the perfect family guardian. So much so that if I could honestly just get him reproduce with himself, that's what we do. But unfortunately, that's not possible, so we have to look for the right specimen for him. Our future plans for Bane is us looking for one of our own well-suited specimens for him. Again, mentally and physically, they have to be absolutely perfect. So because of that, definitely it's going to be the ultimate family guardian in comparison to anything else you could obtain.
The problem you have with the giant schnauzers is finding a good one. They're not an easy dog to train.
This is a year and a half, 2 years since we've seen the dog work.
Is it still going to perform after 2 years of doing nothing?
It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. How does a dog compare to an athlete? Well, look, they are athletes, they're working dogs. So, yes, they're physically fit, they're strong, they're able, they're capable, and you can keep training them and pushing them to achieve different things. My name is Adore Borland, and we're here at Protection Dogs Worldwide. Since the last Beastly video, it's been great. We've had a lot of positive feedback.
This dog will show you a high level of intensity. He'll show you real aggression. I don't need to agitate him, he's just ready for action.
We're really happy to be doing a second video, show you a bit more about different breeds and training.
The reason why I got into schnauzers in the first place was because of my asthma.
Yeah.
And a lot of the dogs used to set the asthma off, and I found that the giant didn't. The miniature schnauzer is the typical one that you will see from day to day, but the actual true standard schnauzer is the middle size.
Yep.
And then you have the working schnauzer, which is the giant.
They're rare, but I hardly ever see them at all.
I would still class them as cute and cuddly, with an underside not many people see.
It's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The price of the giant schnauzers varies now. The problem you have with the giant schnauzers is finding a good one. And this takes years. This takes years of research. They're not an easy dog to train, and they're not cheap. They start anywhere from 30,000 upwards.
Achilles was brought over as a puppy, 15 weeks old, and he's been working with me ever since. Achilles has always played a huge part seeing how far we can take a schnauzer. He's back today just to see where he is after a period of time out. It's very important that the dog has its rest time. You know,
of course,
is it still going to perform after 2 years of doing nothing?
I'm interested to see how he is today. Bring him out of retirement, let's sharpen him up, let's see how he is, and later on in the day we'll do some protection. Hello. Hey, come on. Hey, hello, boy. Oh, I know. Go on, let's see if you've still got it, son. Hey. Oh, he's still fast. Hey. Hey, nice. That's nice. You haven't forgot anything, have you? The dog's great. The dog's got a great work ethic. He seems a lot calmer in his age now, which is nice, because sometimes they've got too much energy. This is a year and a half, 2 years since we've seen the dog work or he's done anything, so it's nice to see that he still remembers everything.
Yes. Good boy.
It's been a while since we've done protection. Just expecting to bring him in, have fun with him, pick up his energy, fire him up, that's it.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
I won't, he will. So what we'll do is, you give him the command, I'll fire him up, we'll go from there. We've got all equipment-based stuff. Let's just see if you'll fire up, no equipment, no agitation. We need to make sure that the dog actually bites someone for real. It becomes a hostile situation. Watch
As a handler, it's always pleasing to see that all them hours of training that's gone into the dog, it hasn't forgotten.
The key has been with this particular breed is that not to rush it. Just because they have the drive and the energy levels of some of the other working dogs. They're a sensitive dog.
I'm super happy with how it's progressed and what he's developed into. It's been a super interesting project to see how far we can push him.
I think we've achieved everything we set out to achieve. Couldn't ask for anything more in the dog.